Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. This is episode 11 of Drivecast. We're playing the first Gran Turismo. As always, with me is my friend Dalton. Say hello to everyone.
Hello.
And I know we did a an E3 preview podcast over on the channel. Eric and I did, but I asked Dalton if he wanted to record another video. Between now and E3, and he said yeah, so we're doing that. I haven't played it on this in a long time, so
It has been a while.
yeah. This is actually recorded from the PlayStation 3. I'm streaming from my PlayStation 3 right now. Which I got an Elgato HD 60 capture card, HD 60 Pro rather, so I can do that now. I have to have a pass through to get by. HDCP lockout, but I can do it now. Let's go do the Sunday Cup. I have not played this in a while. So, do you want to get started, or do you want me to start?
Oh, you can start.
Do you just want to go down the different conferences that we're doing, or do you want?
Yeah,
How do you?
yeah, that'll be your best bet.
Okay, the first one is E3 on Saturday at 8. It's 12:15 Eastern, and I'm not expecting much from E3.
Me either. Who does anymore?
Analog isn't on. God damn it. I forgot analog wasn't on. Yeah, I'm not expecting much from E3. I don't expect a particularly good show from them because they usually don't give a particularly good show. And obviously, they're coming off a few major blunders, too. Battlefield 5 was a major blunder. Like, holy shit, it was a mess. They couldn't have fucked up any worse with the microtransaction fiasco with Battlefront if they had tried. And they really screwed up with Anthem, so that, I mean, within the past year or so, they've had 3 major failures.
That's typical with that kind of shit these days. I think
Yeah.
people are fed up with that.
Yeah, I'm glad people aren't putting up with it. Maybe EA will finally fucking learn. I say that as I know it's not going to fucking happen, because does EA ever learn?
Until it's too late.
Yeah, they're fucking irritating.
For real. Well, they don't know any better though, so.
Yeah, if I'm expecting anything, big focus on sports, obviously. They should just go on stage and apologize for Anthem.
Like,
Don't you
yeah,
think?
Really? Yeah.
We're sorry for the last year and a half. We're sorry. Please forgive us. What I don't understand about EA is, okay, you've got the company under your employ that made the best, what many people view as the best Star Wars game ever made, as well as one of the best RPGs ever made. You have the Star Wars license. Why doesn't Knights of the Old Republic 3
Like what?
exist?
Yeah, like why don't you want to print money? That's
Yeah.
what they like to do.
I guarantee you, if they made Knights of the Old Republic, if BioWare made Knights of the Old Republic 3, and it was good, their fan base would just about instantly forgive them.
All I need is one like really good game to
Yeah,
redeem themselves.
I am hoping they're coming off of two pretty big failures in a row with Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem.
Anthem.
So I am hoping that they can redeem themselves with Dragon Age 4. That's a lot of weight to put on one game. But I'm hoping they can do it.
I guess don't they have another Star Wars game coming out? That single player one.
Yeah, from Respawn, the guys that did Titanfall.
Yeah, that's right.
And I have not played Titanfall, but I've heard Titanfall 2 does have a very good campaign.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
That's kind of gives me hope that it'll be good. If EA doesn't muck in their mud too goddamn much, like they have a tendency to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just leave them alone and let them develop the fucking game. Don't come in with a bunch of developer demands and shit like that, because
Yeah, as soon as that happens, it's over.
we know EA loves to do that shit, and they screw over a lot of their companies by doing. God damn it, by doing it.
They just end up compromising the developer's image for the or vision for the game. It turns it into a watered down version of itself.
Yeah, and they have
Half the
done
time.
this over and over and over and over again, dating back to at least the mid-90s. Because Origin nowadays is known as their distribution software. In the 90s, it wasn't. In the 90s, Origin was a well-liked company that United States company that made role-playing games. They did the Ultima series. They did Wing Commander as well, which I guess Wing Commander's not an RPG series, but it was a big deal. I mean, a big enough deal that they got Mark Hamill to play characters in it,
Oh yeah.
which is cool. And they gave him strict deadlines that they didn't miss, that they didn't meet. And Ultima 8 turned out to not be very good as a direct result, and Ultima 9 turned out to be even worse. And then the series just kind of died after that. They had an MMO called Ultima Online that's some fucking how still up and running more than 20 years later. Like, you could still get a subscription service to Ultima Online. That shit was released back in the, 97 or some shit. And it's still up and running.
That's nuts.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess server upkeep doesn't cost them much or something, because
There's still demand, I guess.
MMOs don't last that long. I mean, the MMOs that do last a long goddamn time like that are rare. The only other one that I can think of that can... It hasn't matched it yet. It's been like 15 years, but WoW. WoW has done it. And will continue to do so. But Origin was a critic's darling back in the day. Like, everybody fucking loved them. And someone said Citizen D says he thinks it's a fan-run server. There are fan-run servers for Ultima Online, but I believe there are still subscription servers as well. Could be wrong on that. Haven't checked. I know a couple years there still were. A couple years ago there still were. But yeah, I want to hear more about the Star Wars game that Respawn is working on. Give me some gameplay of that. And then if they said something about Dead Space 4, that wouldn't make me mad.
That'd be something if they announced that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you agree. If they announced Dead Space 4, that would make you very, very happy.
That would, yeah.
The first two Dead Spaces were both great games, and the on-rail shooter is a lot better than it has any right to be. Did you ever play that one? Extraction?
No, unfortunately, no. That came out. That came out right off the heels of Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. It was the same type of thing.
Yeah, it was. It was just, but it was a really well-made on-rail shooter in the Dead Space universe. It told a surprisingly decent story at least for an on-rail shooter. I mean, when you think on-rail shooter, you don't think great story. You think crappy voice acting and terrible story.
Yeah.
You think House of the Dead.
Yeah, really.
But if they brought that back, that would make me very, very happy. Bringing Ultima back is an incredibly long shot, but that would make me very, very happy as well. Anything in particular that you'd like to see from them?
No, not really that I can think of.
Are they
There's only a couple things I'm looking forward to at E3.
Yeah,
or like in general.
Yeah, are they on your kind of boycott list?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if I buy an EA game, I buy
it. Honestly.
Yeah, if I buy a game from EA, and they have some studios that are talented that I would like to get games from. Usually, like, if I buy an EA game, I want to get it used. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get it cheap.
The EA doesn't get your money that way.
I'm not going to spend $60 freaking dollars on it. Half their shit.
Yeah, it's like I feel bad for the people that bought big into Anthem. Like, boy, did they get screwed over on that one. I feel really sorry for those people. I think they'll probably announce more details about upcoming content to Anthem. House of the Dead Overkill was magic.
Yeah, it was.
I have heard that, Citizen D, but I have not played it myself. So I've heard it's basically like B-movie horror schlock, which sounds awesome.
It's like a grindhouse like style. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is it embraces the stupidity.
A lot of F-bombs.
Well, you got to have that in a grindhouse film.
It's really lovable.
Yeah. GameStop tweeted out something that I thought was interesting, like a week or two ago, that might be related to E3. We don't know. This is not related to EA. This is related to Capcom. But they tweeted out, would anybody want to see an announcement for a new Dino Crisis at E3? And hell yes, I would. Give me more Regina.
I'm right there with you.
I would be so down for what. Let's see. SysD says Bad Company 3. Oh yeah, Bad Company 3 would be pretty cool. EA Sports Rugby would be a day one purchase for him. Sports games aren't my thing personally, but Bad Company 3 would be cool for sure. I just hope that they go more back to the Battlefield 5 kind of style, where a lot of people were really displeased with that one, and I can't blame them. Slow down. Slow down. I really need more racing games for this podcast.
Well, if they announce a if they announce a Bloodborne kart racer, you can get that.
Yeah, no. We're gonna get Uncharted kart.
Oh, okay.
That's
Even better.
That's what we're gonna get. It's Uncharted kart because we got we got the Crash Bandicoot trilogy and then a kart game, and then we got the Jack and Daxter games, and it wasn't quite a kart game, but it played a lot like a kart game. We got Jack X Racing. So Uncharted kart, that's what's coming next, or The Last of Us kart.
That'll be interesting.
You can't tell me you wouldn't play The Last of Us
weird.
kart. Sonic just got a new kart game. I wonder how that is.
I played a little bit of it so far. It's pretty cool. Sega makes pretty good kart racers.
Yeah. I heard Sonic Racing Transform was great.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's a really good game.
Okay, so who's next? Bethesda.
Oh, that's gonna
Wait,
that's gonna be something else.
Microsoft, Sunday, June 9th, my birthday, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Microsoft, this is your year because Sony is not showing up at this year's E3. If ever there was a time for you to just blow everybody out of the water and amaze everyone with a bunch of exclusives, this is it. And when I say exclusive, I do not mean the past thing where you've stretched the definition of exclusive, like this will come to Sony's console at a later date, or we're getting exclusive content for this one game, or anything like that. I mean, it's only coming to your platform.
Yeah, because I know Microsoft recently is really open towards putting their games on Steam.
Yeah, they've got the a lot of people are very excited for the Halo.
Yeah,
it's coming to Steam, and they're actually adding Reach, which I'm kind of excited for that because Reach is one of the better ones. I liked Reach a fair bit. I'm not the biggest Halo fan in the world, but I did like Reach. Citizen D says Killer Instinct 2. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't hear about that. That would actually be pretty cool. But I remember playing the Killer Instinct in arcades when I was young, when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. I haven't played the one for the Xbox One, but it looks pretty good.
I always knew it from the SNES.
Yeah,
I never played it on the SNES, but I just remember.
What was it? Killer Instinct Gold on the SNES?
It was, it was a black cart.
Yeah, it was a fairly sizable cart for the time, and there was get out of the fucking grass. There was.
I think a new Conquer game will be. I think a new Conquer, either a Conquer or a new Banjo-Kazooie will be announced.
Yeah.
That'll be an exclusive.
Yeah, that would be exclusive, and that would be cool. But I mean, my faith in Rare is basically gone.
Yeah, at this
if I'm
point.
being honest. So new Conquer, new Banjo would be cool. I'm expecting them to say something about the new Halo. It's about time that they gave us gameplay of the new Halo. I hope it kind of mixes the style of the early games with the weapon feel. Oh crap! With the weapon feel of 4, because the weapons are so fun to fire, and I love how they feel. But a lot of other fans were like severely, especially with the multiplayer. From what I understand, I'm more of a single player guy, so I can't speak for the multiplayer.
Yeah, my ass still has to play Halo. I don't know whether to wait for the Master Chief Collection on PC or just play the OG Xbox version.
It's up to you. Obviously, the OG Xbox versions will be cheaper. Because I imagine they're probably going to charge probably $40 for or something. And getting an OG Xbox copy ain't that expensive. But the new ones will look and run a lot better.
Yeah. Because I wanted to experience how it was when the game first came out, in terms of like running it on original hardware and whatnot.
Yeah. If you're going to go that route, I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend. Playing it on original hardware, not
Yeah.
Xbox 360, because the game has frame rate issues that are not present on or the frame rate's worse on the Xbox 360 for some reason. So while you get a sharper image from 1080p, it doesn't play as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would expect some gameplay of the Halo Reach remaster coming out at E3. They just showed a bunch of gameplay off, but I would expect them to say something about it. Let's see. It says Killer Instinct 2 is free to play. Oh, cool. I'll give it a try then. I've got the Rare Replay Collection, which has the original game on it, and that's a lot of fun. I'm terrible at it, but it's a lot of fun. Fighting games aren't my forte. What?
I'm shit at fighting games too.
Yeah, they really aren't my forte, so I'm pretty terrible at them.
Yeah, I hear you there. Yeah, Microsoft has a lot to go over. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. But I want to see. They have a new Gears of War, so they'll probably talk about that. They'll probably announce a new Forza because obviously that's the joke about their conferences every year. Gears, Forza, Halo. Gears, Forza, Halo. Put it on my wish list. I'll look into that later. I do have an Xbox One as well, and I don't want to run anything that's will seriously tax my video card until I can fucking replace it. I have a new car. Should I keep this new car or sell it? I want to see them show off more of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. I think there'll be at least like some kind of trailer or something of that kind.
Yeah, show some new gameplay.
Nothing playable or anything, but just something new. At least anything new.
Yeah, so I want to see some from that. I want to see more of the Outer Worlds, which is the new RPG from.
Oh yeah, true.
Fuck are they called?
Obsidian.
Yes, Obsidian.
Because it looks pretty interesting. The gameplay was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That initial gameplay I saw.
I wonder if I do that again if I win another car. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played this. I'm going to do it again just to see.
I guess Bethesda's the other big one.
Yeah, Bethesda is also on Sunday. Bethesda is on Sunday, June 9th at 8:30.
Because I want to see more Doom Eternal gameplay.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I'm expecting from them, is more Doom Eternal gameplay.
Yeah. And maybe some Elder Scrolls 6, who knows. Might get a teaser of some kind. I want to see if they acknowledge the big old 76.
Yeah, yeah. I won. They should just begin they should just begin their conference with Todd Howard walking out on stage and going, "We're sorry. We're sorry, okay? We really screwed the pooch on this one.
It won't happen again, wink wink.
Over and over and over again for like months on end. And we're sorry.
Oh, did you see that one, the old lady that plays Skyrim on Twitch? She's gonna be in Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, Grandma Shirley.
Oh, yeah. I forgot her name.
Grandma Shirley.
Yeah, okay. I have to follow her.
She has a YouTube channel, and I watch her on YouTube.
I'm glad they actually brought her in the game. I didn't think they would do it.
Yeah, because there was a petition about that because she is very well loved by a lot of Skyrim players.
Hey, rightfully so, I would say.
Yeah, like if you look her up on YouTube, just find Shirley Curry is her name. Find her and watch some of her videos. She's so heartwarming and fun, and you can just tell that she adores the people that watch her videos and comment on it, and it makes her so happy. And she's an interesting person. Like when she starts talking about her life, she's a very interesting person. I love her videos. She's so fascinating. But yeah, she's going to be in the next one, which is awesome, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy for her.
Hell yeah.
But I believe they have already confirmed that they're not going to bring up Starfield or the Elder Scrolls 6 at E3, which the very first thing that pops into my mind when I hear that is, why are you having a conference?
What else is there to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, Wolfenstein as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're going to talk about the two Wolfenstein games that they've got in development, which is one of them is an expansion for the new Colossus, which received mixed reception from fans for apparently pretty good reasons. The other one it's going to be a co-op one that is where you play like the daughters, I think.
Oh yeah, BJ takes place in the 80s.
And then the other one is that VR thing that they're working on. Because Bethesda went hard on the VR because they did Doom VR, did Fallout 4 VR, and they're doing this. And they did the Elder Scrolls Skyrim VR.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else they would talk about. Like there's only a couple of games that are like confirmed.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, games that we know they're gonna talk about anyway.
Yeah, Arcane Studios has to be working on something.
Yeah.
That's the company that makes.
They made Prey back in 2017 when that was.
Did they do Prey? Because I know they did Dishonored. That's what I was trying to think of. I didn't know they did Prey. And Dishonored was the second one was not the commercial success they were hoping for.
Apparently, it's a good game though, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't played Dishonored 2. I've only played Dishonored 1, and I wasn't blown away by it. Not that it did anything wrong. It just didn't capture me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get those games that just don't demand your attention, and that was one of them for me.
So I don't have much interest in the type of game Dishonored is.
Stealth?
Nothing against it or anything, just in general.
Not much into stealth?
No, I mean, I do like stealth. I don't know, like the gameplay I've seen of Dishonored, it just didn't really capture me. For some reason, I don't really know why.
Obviously, I like stealth. Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And I want to do Let's Plays of the Metal Gear Solid franchise at some point. I want to do... But since we're doing... if I do Let's Plays of Metal Gear Solid, we're going to have to do it on BitChute and not YouTube. Because... Konami sucks a big old dick. They're going to have a presence at E3, by the way.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. But they have a presence at E3.
Imagine if they announced a new Silent Hill game.
Oh.
That would actually make me mad.
Yeah, that would piss me off. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see more Doom Eternal. I'd like to see single player Quake. Single
Oh
player
yeah, for
Quake.
real. Lovecrafty and Quake as well, but the theming wise anyway.
Yeah, nothing against the Strogg timeline and
Yeah.
the war with it. Like, I like Quake 2. It's an absolute classic. Quake 4 I think is a bit underrated. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that, but I want something similar to Quake 1.
Yeah.
Quake 1's fucking awesome, and the way they brought Doom back, I think they could do Quake as well.
Oh, definitely.
But I'm
Yeah,
really,
I think there's a demand for it too. I mean, I think there's a demand for something along the lines of Quake 1. Just that like Lovecraftian horror aesthetic's pretty in, I should say.
yeah. There's been
But
several games that have used that kind of elements lately. Which
yeah,
obviously there was the Call of Cthulhu.
Bloodborne, of course, and
Yeah, Bloodborne had it. There's a couple of survival and RPG type games set in Chernobyl that seem to have elements of it.
Stalker for life.
Yeah, Stalker was awesome.
I love Stalker.
And there's a new Stalker coming out.
Yeah,
I would-
Stalker 2 coming out in what, like 2 more years or so, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Show us something, like give us a trailer for that or something.
Just some kind of snippet of just anything, really. I don't
Yeah.
care what it is.
Yeah, so I want to know what Arcane Studios is doing, and I want to see something about a single player Quake. And I'm not necessarily expecting that to happen. I think they probably end the show with Doom 3. Like you remember last year when they had the big mural going across 3 skyscrapers?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
for
I saw
Fallout
that, yeah.
76. Yeah, they've got one. It's Doom this year, so
It looks pretty cool, too.
so I think they're going to talk a lot about Doom Eternal.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because God damn, Doom 2016 is such a good fucking game.
That was really
God
good.
damn, it's so good. But I kind of don't know what to expect from them because given that Rage 2 is already out, we already know so much about Doom Eternal. I'm sitting here at a loss as to what they're going to show off. If they're bothering to have a conference, that means they must have something new, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is.
Something unannounced, maybe?
I don't know. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, Ubisoft, Monday, June 10th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just get this shit out of the way right now. They're going to talk about Assassin's Creed and Far Cry.
Yeah. They're 2 big IPs.
Yeah,
Because I don't really have any... like, games that they're making I'm looking forward to, honestly. I never played Assassin's Creed. And, I mean, I have played Far Cry, of course, but...
some of the Far Cry games, when Far Cry is at its best, it's really fucking good.
Like, I've only ever actually played the first one, to be honest. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, Far Cry 2, in my opinion, has one of the best and most of immersive worlds and atmospheres of any first-person shooter I've ever played. I love Far Cry 2.
Heard the third one's good, too.
Yes, the third one is very good.
I gotta play that shit, honestly.
You would love Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Oh, yeah, I tried to get that running on my computer, it wouldn't work. I was like, fuck it. I need to, like, get that... I need to do something about that, because it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's 80s action movies, the game. It even has Michael Biehn from Terminator playing the main character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is awesome. You get Michael Biehn spouting one-liners in a nonsense, one-dimensional plot. It's fucking glorious.
Because it knows what it is. It's not trying to be serious.
Yeah, it embraces the stupidity. In fact, when they were showing it off to the press, they had a slideshow. They had like a slide, and one of them said, "Stupid, one-dimensional, fun as shit." And that was their description of the game. And that sums it up. It's stupid, one-dimensional, and extremely fun.
You gotta give it to them.
But I would love to see a new Far Cry that doesn't take itself seriously at all like that.
Yeah.
Give us Far Cry Blood Dragon 2. That would be amazing.
Or just or something in the same vein in terms of like lightheartedness.
Yeah. Here's a long shot. A new 3D Rayman. Like a 3D platformer. I love a good 3D platform. I love Ratchet and Clank. I love Mario. I love
Little Big Planet.
Jack and Dax. Well, that was side scroller.
Yeah, so,
you know what
2D,
I mean.
Yeah.
I love Ratchet and Clank. I love Jack and Daxter. I love Mario. All that shit. 3D platformers are fucking amazing. Yeah, so I would love to see and Rayman 2 is hailed as one of the best examples from the 32-bit era, which says a lot because I mean the 32-bit era gave us Crash and Spyro and everything. So
Yeah.
Would love to see more from that. And again, that's a long shot.
Yeah. Because I don't know what else they would announce. Honestly, I don't keep up with their titles. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. They might show off the crew, something related to the Crew, which is their racing series. They might. I've heard rumors of a new Watch Dogs, even though Watch Dogs 2 didn't sell particularly well. But I'm expecting a new Assassin's Creed, and I'm expecting a new Far Cry. That's my main expectations from Ubisoft.
Nothing too surprising overall.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see when the time comes. Maybe there'll be some big announcement.
Yeah, I would like
You
to
never know.
see like a big when they come out with a surprise and it turns out to be good. Nobody, I think everybody kind of rolled their eyes when they said Mario and Rayman are teaming up in an RPG, and then it came out and everybody loved it.
A pleasant surprise.
Yes, so if you guys can come up with a big surprise like that, that'd be cool. Show off more Beyond Good and Evil 2. For the love of God,
I think they said that wasn't going to be at E3.
Oh my God. That has been in development. It started its life as a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 game, for the love of God.
I didn't know it was in development hell that long.
Yeah, it's like it'll probably start approaching Duke Nukem Forever levels of development hell.
Which ain't a good sign.
Yeah, it never is.
It is true.
So Squaresoft is having a conference this year.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense if you think about it, because they've been buying up other developers, like they've been publishing the Just Cause games and the Tomb Raider games and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be cool to see a new, show us Final Fantasy VII remake, because that. You announced that in 2015, and the only thing we've gotten out of you since then are 2 goddamn trailers.
I'm sure. I don't know if there's going to be a playable version, but I don't know. There's going to be something new trailer, definitely. I think. I mean, even though there's already a new one that came out last month. But I think the real thing I'm looking forward to in terms of Squaresoft is a new Parasite Eve, maybe.
That would be awesome.
That's the main thing.
Oh my god, I would
I would
love
fucking
that
kill for a new
so
Parasite.
much. I expect them to talk about probably some kind of DLC for um, Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'd like to get a
Yeah, that's
CG
true.
trailer for Final Fantasy 16. It's coming at some point. We all know it's coming because there's always a new Final Fantasy. But they haven't said anything, so just give us like a CG story trailer to let us know that it is coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just some confirmation.
That would be nice. But yeah, a new Parasite would be awesome. A new something new with Tomb Raider would be cool. I think they've got IO Interactive, who does the Hitman games. I would like
Yeah.
to see them combine the superior shooting and style of Kane Lynch 2 with the superior crowd scenes and set pieces of Kane Lynch 1, because if you combine those two, you'll come out with something truly special. I think
True.
I think it's been a long time. You should revisit that.
Yeah. There's always room to dream.
Yeah. Last but certainly not least is Nintendo, and I am glad that they
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
I'm glad that they got the big Pokemon deal out of the way, because as cool as Smash looked last year when they showed it off at E3, they spent like 40 minutes on Smash, and by the time they got done with it, I was like, okay, can we move on to something else? Can we please show something besides Smash?
Yeah. I was getting kind of like, I was like, where are the other games at?
Smash looks cool, but y'all have some other stuff to show. Come on now. And that's
Because they're
not
going to talk
something-
about.
And that's not.
Although, yeah, they're going to be talking about probably like Luigi's Mansion 3 and new Animal Crossing. I mean, hopefully. I mean, oh my god.
Please talk about Metroid Prime. Please talk about Metroid Prime.
Oh yeah, I
Please
forgot they
talk
delayed
about
that.
Metroid
Oh, that's
Prime
right.
4. Yeah, because
I don't know if they'll talk about it this year since they delayed it.
Yeah, they delayed it because they were trying to develop it in house, and they said, you know what, we kind of suck at first person shooters, so we're going to give it to what's the name?
What's her name?
Retro Studios here in Texas.
Yeah.
Retro Studios, that's it.
I mean, I guess that's a good move on their part. I mean, you don't want to release a bad game you know it's going to be bad.
Yeah, Retro Studios has proven that they know how to develop a very, very good video game. They did the Tropical Freeze in the Donkey Kong Country Returns, and those were both well received. And they did the Metroid Prime trilogy, all of which were really well liked by fans. So they know what they're doing. So I don't think that was a bad move. But please talk about that, and announce that you are bringing Star Fox Zero to the Switch.
Oh, the Switch. Yeah, true. I always wanted to play that, but I just never had a Wii U to play it on.
Yeah, it's not just that it's on the Wii U; it's the control scheme that they forced onto the Wii U.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the motion.
That they can't force onto the Switch. They would have to give it a more standard control scheme. And I am going to go out on a limb here and say that if you give it a more standard control scheme, people will warm up to it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
Because, I mean, it's fine having those type of controls as, like, an option, but, I mean, forcing you to use it's like, kind of a different story, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was people's biggest problem with it, was they didn't like the control scheme. So bring it to the Switch and solve that. Also, you get it in 1080p when it's docked, which will be nice.
Yeah, what else do they got?
Obviously, you said they're gonna. They'll probably talk about the remake they're working on of Link's Awakening for the,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
which is going to be awesome because Link's
That looked,
Awakening
yeah,
is a really, really fucking good game.
yeah, I loved that as a kid.
Oh hey, I do get a new card
I
every
lost
time.
my copy.
I played the shit out of Link's Awakening when I was younger. It's such a good fucking game. I want that remake of it so goddamn bad.
Yeah, the art style's pretty cool, I think. I don't think they'll talk about Mario Maker 2 that much because I think that comes out this month, but I can't remember when.
I don't remember how to sell cars.
June 28th.
Yeah.
I'm getting that day one.
I have not.
It looks like a lot of fun.
I have not played it, so
Yeah, I always wanted to play the first one on the Wii U, but of course, like I said, I don't have a Wii U. I was never able to play it.
get another 12 grand. All right.
I'm the most excited for Luigi's Mansion 3.
I have never played that series.
The first one's real. Yeah, because there's the one on the 3DS, which I never played, but the first one's like a definite, like it's such a good game in my opinion.
Like I said, I haven't played it. I owned a GameCube. I still own a GameCube, but that one eluded me, so I never got to play it. I can't think of many other games they would remaster and put on the.
New Fatal Frame.
Oh, they're working on
That'd be something. Oh my god.
that. That would be amazing.
I can't even imagine that. Because they have the rights to Fatal Frame. They've had it since what, like 2008 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah,
And also Eternal Darkness as well.
yeah. Do something with Eternal Darkness. It's got what, a game?
Yeah, just one. I think there was a sequel planned though, but of course that never got off the ground.
Yeah, because Silicon Knights fucked themselves up their own ass.
Such is life.
Yeah. But I think that's it.
Yeah, in terms of conferences.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I'd love to see. Sony doesn't have a conference this year, but which is kind of a shame because I would love to see some more Ghost of Tsushima. Obviously, Sony still has 4 major console exclusives coming, with Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, which finally has a release date, and I am so excited for it. The Last of Us 2, which doesn't have a release date, and come on, Naughty Dog, give us a release date. You said it's in the final stages of development. Just give us something. And what's the last one? Final Fantasy VII Remake is exclusive as well. That's it.
Yeah.
Which I hope Square, as I mentioned, I hope Square says something about that goddamn game.
I'm sure they will. I wouldn't doubt it.
I'd like to see something from Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us 2 or both. I'm not entirely convinced we will because they're Sony exclusives and Sony does not have a show. Netflix has a presence at E3 this year, and I don't.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that baffling?
Probably because of the Witcher series.
Yeah, I figure they've got something to announce that's video game related. It's like we're going to take this video game and make a series out of it. We're going to make a Legend of Zelda series. We're going to make a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic series or so. I mean, there's a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video movie project in the works right now. So, yeah, please make Darth Revan canon. That would be awesome.
Or just make the whole series canon.
Yeah.
Old Republic games.
Both of them and Darth Bane. The Darth Bane books are actually really good. Yeah, I guess that's everything then. So, thank you everybody for watching and joining us in this chat. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks everybody and goodbye.
See ya.
See you after E3, everybody.